on council and people that we were working with to really see how big, like, this isn't just about missing and murdered Indigenous women or low graduation rates or whatever, right? Like, this is part of a much bigger story that goes back generations and will keep moving forward generations unless we can do something totally different. And that's where the buy-in came.
That moral imperative that compelled you to listen and then act, should that supersede any council?
That's an ethics question.
I'll tell you why I ask. Leading up to the election and just after, I pontificated in a newsletter I put out that my biggest fear was going to be that reconciliation would be seen as a vision thing.
I'm sorry, say it again?
That reconciliation would be seen as a vision priority, a vision thing, instead of a standalone moral obligation that any party should feel obligated to continue.
What has been the most surprising to me over the 10 years we did the work, and I would say, gratifying. I feel, again, like that's a bit clunky for the word I'm looking for, but like 100% of the votes on reconciliation work have been unanimous at council, and often profoundly unanimous, like not trivially, like people aren't just raising their hands, right? They were speaking and showing a depth of understanding and feeling that was, I think, again, as important as the vote that they were making. So I had very strongly felt that spoke to it not being just a vision thing. And there's only two returning members of council, so yeah, and it's just hard to know where people are coming from on it. I'd like to think, like, if the issue is that they didn't know, then that's a very solvable problem, right? It just involves some knowledge. If the issue is they don't care, or they think that reconciliation is about a ledger and how many dollars show up in that ledger, well, okay, that latter problem, again, is probably more of a knowledge, and when I say knowledge, like, part of that's something you can learn in a book. A lot of it's what you're going to learn from sitting in rooms with people.
Right. Is there any question you feel I missed about this, or something you feel important to add?
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to think. I'm just rolling it around in my head. Yeah, I feel like there's so much that can be said about this that I can go on for a long time. I do think, like, one perspective that might be useful to get would be the urban Indigenous community is so broad that, I think MBAC, it would be interesting to get their perspective. But I think critically the three nations, what's changed over the last decade and what they'd like to see moving forward. I think you sort of see in that discussion how much it's mattered that the city was able to respond on the timeline of those discussions. And also, I think critically, how they would feel if the city said, well, that's great, we're going to do this other thing for you because that's what we've got in our budget.
Right, okay. That's all I had, Ms. Reimer.
Cool. Yeah, sorry about needing to do it today. Well, yeah, sorry about the timeline challenges.
Whereabouts are you living now?
I'm in Boston. I've got a fellowship at Harvard for a year.
What are your plans after?
Haven't really come up with them yet. I'm sort of actively trying not to have plans while I'm here because I'm trying to focus on the here and now, which has been really, it's the first time in my life I've ever been able to do this, so it's kind of exciting.
Very good. Cheers and thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Thanks for the call.
Right.
Okay, bye.